In this mini running assignment, you will learn how to create a parallel program as well as a function block in Scratch. Begin by creating a project, and then you need to pull in a background where we can make the sprite go ahead and run across the page. So that would be in the stage backgrounds. We are going to select a new backdrop, and we're looking for the one that's called Brick Wall and Stairs. And our objective is to get the cat to go across the stage and then glide up the stairs. So there's two things that we need to happen. And if you look at the costumes on your sprite, you notice as he flips back and forth between the two costumes, he has the appearance of running. You want to make sure that you make the running happen quickly. So we're going to create a function block in the More Blocks, make a block, and then call it running. We are going to define running as a change between these two costumes. So in the looks area of the scripts, we're going to either use next costume or switch costume, and then we'll put that inside of a forever block because we want him to continue running as he moves across the page. Now, when we say next costume, you won't really see that much of a change because remember, Scratch is an instantaneous program, and so it's really important that you build a wait block into that loop. Once you build the wait block into the loop, you can go ahead and see that he is actually running. The problem is it takes him too long to run in between, so we're going to shorten that to 0.25 seconds. Now if you notice when I click run here, nothing happens, and that's because I have a defined function, but I haven't really told the program that it needs to run that function yet. So if we go over to the event blocks, we pull in when clicked, and then under more blocks we have our running function that we created. And so now when I go back and run the program, you can see that your cat actually runs back and forth. Right now he's running in place, so the parallel program we're creating is actually a second event block that has our sprite kind of move forward across the screen and then run up the stairs. It's a good idea whenever you do a Scratch program as well that you want to make sure that your character is placed at the same point in the beginning. So if you remember on Scratch, wherever your sprite is placed, your go-to block is automatically set to the current position. So if he's currently in this position, we can say go ahead and move forward like 10 steps and we'll see how far that gets us. That got us barely anywhere, so we're going to go ahead and up this to 50 and see where that places us. The other option is you could actually use a glide to block, which I'll show you how we use on the next part. If you notice, 50 got us maybe 25% across the screen. So I'm going to change this to 150 or 200, somewhere in there. Okay, so now I have his placement about correct at 200 steps, but remember this program runs fairly instantaneously, so I want to make sure that I put in a wait block in between his beginning position and his movement. So now you can see he actually goes across the screen. The last piece of the puzzle that I have to do is I'm going to use the glide block. So I'm going to use glide 2. And again, I'm going to position him to where I want him to be so he knows what his final position is going to be. So I'm going to actually have him run off screen and glide 2, and then he can take 2 seconds to do that. And again, I'll probably just put a wait block in between. Okay, and there we have a parallel program where we have 2 when clicks, running instantaneously at the same time, so that is parallelism in coding, and we also have a function block that is defined with running. And remember, again, for functions it has to be defined and it has to be within the running program as well. And that is it for this assignment.